Good evening, everyone, and thank you so much for joining us tonight again for another great, insightful webinar. I'm very, very excited about tonight as we are celebrating our moms in the franchise industry. Very much excited about this because for the first time, we're actually going to be focusing on the franchisees. Then we're going to go on to move on to the brands, and then we're going to do Q&A. And this time, it's all brands that are not brick and mortar. So I love that. I love to be able to show that that side and to show, again, that franchising is, it's very broad and a lot of different industries that's represented in the franchise industry. We have tonight, let me introduce you to Becky O'Mara from Got You Covered. We also have the brand representative, Hannah. We have Tessa, who's the owner of Kitchen Tuna. We have the luckiest man right now, Craig, and he's the franchise director for Kitchen Tuna. And we have a treat. Madeline will be giving us insight from both sides of the house at Maypro. So before we begin, again, I am Tamika Franklin, and I am the founder of Precision Franchise, and I assist you with owning your own business within the franchise industry. So nothing but proven business models, and I'll be able to introduce you to great businesses such as this. So let's begin.
So I have owned a Got You Covered franchise for the last 4 years, and it is a fantastic company to work with. We've been very happy. I started the business and my husband has joined me since, so we are family owned and operated. And I was a licensed veterinary technician before we purchased our own franchise.
So what made you decide to go into business for yourself?
So I had a kid in kindergarten. My oldest was in kindergarten, and I was the only person in my family, including grandparents, that had never been on a field trip, and I was tired of missing out on what my kids were doing and being involved with. So I needed to get out of corporate America and have more flexibility to be able to be that parent that I had always desired to be.
So you do sound excited about Got You Covered. Tell me, what do you like best about owning?
That I own it. Everything is mine. The decisions are mine to be able to make and set schedules up for what's convenient for me and my family. I love everything that I do.
Okay. So normally, when I have my candidates, I always tell them during the validation calls that, one of the questions I like is, hey, if you had it to do all over again, would you? And if so, why? Is there anything that you would have done differently? So what would you say to that?
I would do it again in a heartbeat. And the only difference of what I would do differently is to hire support staff sooner.
I think that's going to be something that's going to be common for everyone. So before I move on to Tessa, I want to know, what advice would you give someone who's considering self?
Don't let it overwhelm you. Make the decision that's going to be best for you and your family. Follow your gut. That's what I did when we were making this decision and picking Got You Covered as our company to own. And then once you make that decision, again, don't look at all of the things that you have to do and let it overwhelm you. Pick one of those that needs to be done first, get good at it, and then pick another one. And ultimately take advantage of the early days, getting really good at all the day-to-day tasks, the business ownership task, whatever that item is that you're selling. So when you do get up and get going at 100% capacity, those items and tasks can't overwhelm you and drown you down.
We own a kitchen and bath renovation company. And so Kitchen Tune-Up does everything from a tune-up, which is a simple wood restoration, all the way to brand new kitchens. We do a lot of refacing as well. So pretty fun business, a very booming business right now.
What did you do before you became an owner?
Yeah, so before I became an owner, I was in corporate America and I was doing medical sales. And so I was selling sleep apnea, going around to doctors' offices and working in the medical industry. And so my husband and I are a family-owned business, And, we decided to kind of take the leap to, kind of that work-life balance. We wanted to, get out of corporate America and really kind of take control of what our family life, we want that to look like, and what that long-term looks like.
Okay, great. So what's the most favorite thing you like about Kitchen Tuna?
Yeah, I think there's a lot of setting your own schedule, which is really nice. When we kind of talk about a family life, I have a young family. I just had a baby who's a year. So, it is some of just, being a mom it's really easy to be able to manage our schedule and to be able to, you got to really have a strong support team to do this, right? And so whether your support team with your children and your family, that strong support has been really beneficial in us being successful. So yeah, it's a lot of fun.
So what are some of the cautions that you would give to parents that's looking into owning this business, or owning any franchise for that matter?
Yeah, I think it's less of a caution and more just to do your research. Make sure that you have a good support system. Make sure that what you really want to do, you're passionate about.
Yeah.
I'm a firm believer in that, you can be passionate about multiple things. And so, my passion lies with our family and really setting our family up for success. And then also setting it up for what we want for a long-term goal. We decide to dive into it, and I would say dive into it. My caution is don't teeter-totter around it. Go full force, and you will be successful.
My name's Madeline. I'm the brand representative for Made Pro. We actually have a family of brands. So we also have FlyFo, which is mosquito and tick control, Men in Kilts, which is a window cleaning where the guys actually wear kilts and wash your
I've
windows.
heard of these guys. They actually wear kilts. Yes,
Yeah.
it's a thing though.
Yeah, popular with the nursing homes. We have USA Insulation and Pestmaster. But myself, so I'm the brand representative for all of them. But my husband and I, we met through the franchise. He has owned Made Pro for 10 years, so we co-own it now. And we purchased a FlyFo 3 years ago, and we just purchased a Men in Kilts a year ago. So we've got all the brands. I'm in with the corporate, I'm in with the franchisees. So kind of seeing all different sides. And I also have a 2 and a 4-year-old that run me ragged. So
Wow. So you do have to tell us a little more of how you're managing all of that. And then I guess you could segue into going right into the support of the brand.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I think, Made Pro, what's really great with service businesses is it really can be semi-passive to passive ownership. We've got great management in place. Like I said, he's owned it for 10 years now. So it's very much a well-oiled running machine. It's got great software behind it, scheduling, the customer service, the marketing. So what's really great is that while it is, I would say, our biggest money maker and driver of the finances for the family, it doesn't take a lot of hours weekly because, like I said, my husband will check in with the managers daily to a couple times a week, make sure everything's running okay. And then it's pretty much hands off, which is super nice, which gave us the flexibility to open a FlyFo and also a Men in Kilts. The reason we chose to do it was because the support from the franchisor is really incredible. From coaching to vendor discounts to marketing pieces. They really have it all, and to have it in a family of service brands. So say you might not want your house cleaned, but your windows look dirty or your kids are getting eaten by mosquitoes. That was good. And also the support from the community. With a young family, we're in the birthday party now, Zoom meetings all the time, and going to school functions, and people love to support family owned businesses, especially if they're friends with the family, and to provide something that's helpful for everyone has given us a lot of support in terms of building the businesses, as well as functionally not pulling our hair apart as well.
Okay, so I'm gonna pick one of the brands, but feel free to talk on the others as well. So for Pro, what would you say set yourself apart as a franchisor?
Yeah, so from the franchisor standpoint, we really pride ourselves on franchise satisfaction. So from the Franchise Business Review, which is kind of a third-party survey, we're actually ranked number 2 or 3 of the top franchises to own based purely on franchisee satisfaction, meaning that people sign on and they're happy. My husband was a franchisee of an ice cream franchise, I won't name names, prior, and it makes a difference when you sign on with a good or bad franchisor. I mean, there's a lot of franchisors that are going to nitpick you, that are going to do, high royalties, this, that, and whatever. And you really feel kind of locked into their system. We're very entrepreneurial people. So, what's great about the franchise is, like the other owner said, it's yours. You own it. And the best part is that there is a pathway to success. And I'm a big advocate of let's not reinvent the wheel. So, own your business, do your thing, but at the same time, that this is the roadmap to how you're going to make money and support your family and build the life you want. And for me, I can't imagine going out and doing it, being a, independent, just because, it's all there for you. Just use it.
Yeah, so my name is Hannah Erlenbush. I'm the franchise development representative for Gotcha Covered. I would actually be the one working with anyone interested in learning more about Gotcha Covered and taking them through our very educational discovery process. I am a mom as well, soon to be. I'm 7 months pregnant with our first baby. Business from the top, but pregnant from the bottom down, I guess.
Congratulations. I had no idea. Congratulations and happy Mother's Day again.
Thanks. Yeah, we're really excited. But yeah, so Gotcha Covered is a full-service custom window treatment business, and we do understand here at Gotcha Covered that no one really grows up thinking they're going to start a custom window treatment business, and that's why we've actually kind of jumped ahead of this assumption, and we kind of coined this tag, the best opportunity you've never thought of. So what we do provide is a very flexible model that can actually be very scalable, if that's what you're looking for. And with a low investment, really low overhead, there's also a whole lot of profit potential. This really can be an amazing opportunity for you. But what we do is we provide everything for the interior of the window. So these are products such as blinds, shutters, shades, window film. We're very involved in motorization and smart home integration. Our owners actually offer products that connect to like Google and Alexa, where you can control all the window treatments in your home or business with voice or remote control. And home automation is really booming, so our owners are definitely reaping the benefits of this. And then our owners also do have the opportunity to service both residential and commercial customers. We also have a very interesting beginning. Gotcha Covered started way back in the 90s as a software development company for the window treatment industry. We ended up just franchising around this technology, and we honestly are without question the undisputed leader in our industry when it comes to technology, and that's a huge asset to a Gotcha Covered business owner.
Wow. So would you say that that's what sets you guys apart, or your unique factor?
I would say that's definitely a huge piece of what sets us apart from our competition. The majority of our competition are going to be those mom and pop type shops, and they're really lacking the sophistication, branding, buying power, technology, and then of course support to really build a successful and scalable business. Something else that I would say sets us apart is our online reputation. This is something we are so incredibly proud of. We have a 4.9 out of 5-star rating, and this is across all locations and all time. So something that we are incredibly proud of. So I think that in hand with the technology and the tools that we provide our owners really does set us apart.
So that's a good segue. Would you tell me, give us more insight on the support, on the level of support that you provide for, I guess specifically since we're talking with families, et cetera, for owners and parents? Like, what is the level of support that you're providing them?
Sure. So initially, we're going to provide excellent initial training, but the support does not end once our owner has completed training. We do regularly scheduled webinars. There's like monthly roundtable discussions where our owners can learn from their peers. We do a lot of help with online marketing, making sure our owners are receiving those online leads. We post to our owners' social media pages 4 times a week for them. We're sending out thank you cards, requests for reviews. Something to kind of segue into how we support women or mothers or families is I think it's really important that our owners can learn from other mothers who have built up a gotcha covered business. I know Becky herself has been on like one of these roundtable discussions where she's just talking to our owners, oh cute, where she's just talking to our owners about different topics that they're picking her brain for. And also our VP of Franchise Relations, Lori Tobia, she was a formal gotcha covered business owner who started her gotcha covered business with a toddler. She ended up selling her business to one of her sales reps, joined us on the corporate side just for some added support, and our owners can take advantage of that. So I think being able to learn from other mothers or other owners that have these families and they're really taking advantage of that lifestyle flexibility.
I love the marketing piece. I do think that is something that's very key and unique that you're saying that's 4 times that much posts, et cetera, that you guys are doing on the behalf. I think that's actually pretty great. Who would you say is your ideal candidate? Like what qualities should they possess?
Sure. So the ideal person that I look for is someone who's not afraid of networking or talking to people. Communication is very important in this business, and that's really the main thing that I look for in an owner is that ability to build relationships with customers and referral partners. Everything else we can train them on. We can train them on product. We can train them on business ownership and management, but that's what I look for is the ability to follow a plan, of course, but being able to develop and feel comfortable building relationships with customers and referral partners is really all that's needed to be successful.
My name is Craig Green. I've actually been in franchise development for 18 years with Kitchen Tune-Up. I actually have an 18-year-old daughter that's going to be graduating next week from high school, and it scares the heck out of me. Yeah, so I've worked in development with Kitchen Tune-Up the entire time. Tessa and Nick, I worked with bringing them into the system, and I wish I could find 100 more of them. It's just what I really like about Kitchen Tune-Up is the family atmosphere that we have. Kitchen Tune-Up was a family-owned brand for 32 years, up until just this beginning of this year. And the relationship we have with our franchise owners, in fact, we call them toonies. They call us homies. We have franchisees in school right now. They're baby toonies. We have some that have been in 20 some years and they're self-defined tunosauruses. I mean, that's the type of culture that we have here. And just at the beginning, like I said, beginning of this year, we were just recently acquired by Home Franchise Concepts, which has tailored living, budget blinds, concrete, craft, and Vaniclean. And so we found a perfect home for our system because they have that same mentality on how they treat their franchise owners, the culture. Through the pandemic, we saw them do some great things with their franchises. And, so we found a great fit for our business. Kind of going off on a tangent here, but
no, you're fine.
But, when we look for franchise owners, we're not looking for someone that comes from the industry. Actually, less than 5% of our owners do. We found it's a lot harder to train someone that's come from the industry than it is to take someone and to educate them how to run a Kitchen Tune-Up franchise. From a support aspect, there's multi-levels of support that we offer from, to begin with. We have 3 phases of training. We have our pre-training, we have our in-class training, and actually we just are completing our 11th virtual training through the pandemic. And it's went wonderfully. Like Tessa said, we have learned a lot about what we can do virtually because we're based in Aberdeen, South Dakota. We're not the easiest place to get to. And, to have someone come spend 10 days in Aberdeen, but now we learned we can do some of that virtually. and we could do some of it hands-on. Plus, we're also, HFC is giving us more resources where we're actually going to have a technical training facility probably by the end of this year and beginning of next year. That's going to be in Dallas, Texas. And it's for all the brands that are going to be doing that. So there's a lot of support from there, from marketing. I mean, we create our websites for our franchise owners. We host them, maintain them, we'll update them with the information. We create their company Facebook page where they're at training school. We help them in their initial marketing there. The beginning of every month, we send them out the post for the month, all the graphics, things of that nature. From a technical aspect, we have a technical training team here that helps them walk through, especially when they're making their first orders. I mean, they're nervous, I would be too. And, walking through those. And so there's just a lot of levels of support that we offer. But the big thing, like Hannah has said, you have to take advantage of that. You have to keep in communication with people. You have some people that have an ego and say, well, I can figure it out myself. And after they've screwed it up 2 or 3 times, and then they come to you for it. So having that communication is key between a franchisee and a franchisor. And, and also what Hannah had said, I'm kind of copying what some of the things you said, Hannah, we want to look for people that are more extrovert instead of introverts. People that aren't afraid. Like, I can go up and talk to anybody in a hotel or a airport or whatever. I just enjoy doing that. Sometimes my wife just thinks it's really obnoxious, but that's what I like doing. And that's, I always say, I want to go somewhere. Every time I want to go somewhere, I want to make one more friend. And that's, that's how the type of people that we want to look for. And, people that are system followers, obviously, like they've all said, franchising is a system, a proven system. This is the system we've built up over 33 years. Have we made our mistakes? Absolutely. And we don't want you guys to make the same mistake.
I would like to thank you all again for such an insightful webinar. I think that my audience did gain a lot of information. And of course, for those that did not get the chance to ask any questions, feel free to connect with me. You can send me an email at Tamika, Tamika, @precisionfranchise.com. So again, this is Precision Franchise, Tamika Franklin, and I assist you with owning businesses that allow you to thrive. All right, thank you, and until the next time.